Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where Yang thinks it's going to cost 130,000 C-bills to repair. He's wrong, but we'll let him get started on that. And the reason why he is wrong is because we're not going to repair the Javelin right now. We're going to stop work on that, and that's 103,000 of the C-bills. Yeah, we got a little bit unlucky with losing the LRM-20 there. That definitely did hurt, but ultimately I think we may be willing to retire the Javelin, because we currently have two vehicles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mechs. And we can't deploy that many currently. So I think we're actually going to send the Javelin to storage. It needs repairs anyway. I've never been too enthused with the build. And to top it all off, it's also our lightest mech. Not our lightest unit. Oh yeah, we have to repair the structure damage. That's fine. We're just going to hit that button and not do anything else. Fine. So I mean 96k. Yeah, I'm aware that it has too few heat sinks. I wonder if we can put it down with too few heat sinks. That'll be interesting to find out. Right. I'll get it in the schedule. So that is going to be how long? 3 days before that's ready to go? Fine. I do want to prioritize the guillotine and the Javelin. Let's tick forward 3 days for right now, and we'll do something kind of like that. So let's tick forward for 3 days. 1, 2, actually, the arcade will finish up, so that's perfect. We now need a new upgrade. We've got plenty of C-bills. No concerns about the C-bills right now. We could grab an additional repaired mech bay. Now, we can currently drop 6 mechs and 2 tanks. So that's a thing. However, we may want to hold off on that and work on additional tech points. The machine shop would be an option. 2 morale there for 300k. That's 300k. 2 morale and a tech point for 300k. That would be a better upgrade. 2 morale and a tech point there for 300k as well. 3 morale and a medical point. Okay, we're not too concerned about medical points right now. They're useful, but tech points are, in my opinion, a much bigger deal. So we're going to work on the improved library for now. Excellent. Now, we have a financial report in 2 days. Can we get away with not hitting that and deploying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would argue that theoretically, yes, we could get away with that. Commander. Training complete. I'm not sure if we want to. We'd have to take one more day and see what mechs we have available. We definitely want to grab Bandit here. I think that 25% crit chance is just too good. Yes, Commander. Okay. Let's hop over to the mech bay and see what we've got available. Not engineering. There we go. So it's just the Raven that is currently out. That's 3 days away. So we don't even need to tick forward a day here. Let's see if we've got a simple mission available. Who is this against? Steiner. This might be an option here. Decent salvage. Kind of crappy in terms of difficulty, but we can run a salvage mission here. Okay. We definitely want to bring the Harasser and the J. Edgar. And over here, I would like to bring... We're not going to bring the Javelin. Actually, before I get too into that, I want to remember that we're going to put the Javelin into storage. Yes. Okay, the Javelin is in storage. Perfect. We're going to have the Gladiator soon, and that will be absolutely perfect. Before I go too much further, I want to just double-check that we did not have another Crusader part. No, I don't want to scrap these. We did not have another Crusader part. Noted. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this then, shall we? That was this one. We want to do full salvage. And we're not going to run Tarbox or Blaze or Kraken or Jinx or this Harasser here. We are instead going to run this Vulcan here. And then we're going to run the Harasser and the Jayet. Oh, wait, no, this is our mechs over here. The Panther can go here. And then the Harasser and J. Edgar. I don't think we have pilots for all of this, do we? No, I think we're going to be one pilot short for this. So I think we'll probably leave the Panther at home and just bring... Do we have 2 vehicle pilots? We don't. Okay, so we're going to bring the Harasser and Woody in the Harasser, and we're going to leave the J. Edgar at home. Sideshow pilots the Blackjack and Assassin, primarily the Blackjack. You can hop in there. Falcon pilots the Panther and the Ifrit. Okay, you can hop over here and pilot the Panther. We don't have an Ifrit. Bearclaw pilots the Javelin. We're going to give him something else to pilot, because we just put that down. Aryamaki is, of course, our Assassin pilot. And Adrenaline pilots the Hunchback, which means that Bearclaw is going to head over into the Vulcan and start learning how to pilot that. Okay, I think this will do. This could get interesting, but I think overall this is not going to be too bad. I'm actually a little bit shocked that we're getting away with another deployment this month, Dick. That is slightly baffling to me. Hopefully this goes nice and quick, though. I would absolutely love it if we just went in and out super quick, got some good salvage, called it a day. That would be ideal. We need to retrieve the scientist and escape. Commander, we perform a substantial amount of scientific research here in Bell. Lyran forces have been sabotaging our research stations, stretching our defenses thin. We've just learned that their ultimate target is a key scientist in our weapons development program. They've launched an assault that we believe is intended to capture her. We need you to reach the facility where she's stationed and extract her to safety. This local government scientist is a top weapons researcher and extremely valuable to any faction that employs her. Indeed. Also known as us? No, we can't do that. In and out mission, Darius thinks, but he's wrong. So this is the area that we need to secure. I don't suppose it'll let us just drop here. No, absolutely not. Maybe over in this region. Actually, it will let us drop here. That'll be fine.
Good to go, Commander.
Okay, what do we got? We see a Hunchy, we see a Sentinel, and a Chameleon. We see no turrets.
Could be some prime beach real estate. If only there were a beach.
And this is... Wasn't this the... Oh my. Okay, that is a large gun. Noted.
Yes, boss.
We're going to reserve, I think. Okay, the Chameleon moved off over there. We're still going to reserve.
Standing by.
We're still going to reserve. This is the final movement for them. Okay, now we can begin our movements. The Harasser is going to make its way up here with 5 evasive pips. Hopefully that will be enough to not get one shot. And we can see 2 energy weapons on the Sentinel, but this Hunchback is the interesting one to me. I'd love to hit standard, but I think we're better off firing AoE at this range. This Hunchback is the Laser Vomit variant, of course, and it is going to overheat in this desert environment. The Harasser is going to help it.
Here it comes.
Fantastic. 24 heat there. We're going to close in a little bit closer later on. And the question is, how many evasive pips do each of these have? 2 and 3 respectively. Okay, but this is out of LOS of this Sentinel, and the Chameleon's way over here for right now. I think we're just going to pot shot at this guy with our lasers.
Roger that.
Yeah, I didn't expect anything.
That's a miss.
Excellent.
Receiving you.
Our Hunchback is going to sprint over to about here and position like so.
Aye, aye.
And we are going to pot shot this Hunchy. I'm not going to fire this many weapons, though, if we're just pot shotting. I don't want to overheat. Oh, we got a hit. That was more than I expected. That'll be fine.
Commander.
The Assassin is going to sprint up to this position and try to engage the Hunchy head on. Light him up.
Confirm.
Okay. That's better than expected as well.
I hear ya.
The Blackjack is going to be kind of hard-pressed to get into this fight, but we're going to move up to this position, and we're not going to fire the Ultra AC5. We'll fire the LBX, though.
Here we go.
Okay, 3 hits. Not bad.
I'm here.
And finally, the Panther is also going to be hard-pressed to get into this. We're just going to position over here and see if we can't fire on that Chameleon, which I actually wasn't expecting, but apparently we absolutely can. So one thing I want to check is the field inhibitor here. 50% chance to misfire. Okay, we definitely want our field inhibitor. I don't care about the minimum range right now.
Firing on target.
Okay, we missed, but that's fine.
Succeeded in missing the target.
Indeed. Okay, so round 20, the Chameleon now moves. We don't have anybody super Ooh, that's a melee attack. And he missed. That could have been way worse. Okay. It's an interesting position to be sure. We'll see what the Sentinel does here. Face plants into a wall. Okay. Not what I would have done. That is for sure. We're going to just walk in behind the Chameleon with our assassin. And we're going to melee him. This may well kill him. His rear armor is super weak. Boop. That was a hit. He is now unsteady. That was a lot of damage, but it was spread out across the torso, which is unfortunate. The Hunchback also just went and face planted.
Yes, Commander.
Ah, I didn't see that Whitworth before. But even so, this is some questionable moves here. We're going to light this guy up with everything we've got in his rear arc.
Firing.
A heatsink destruction is huge for us.
Critical hit, Commander.
That was in the arm, unfortunately, but it will have to do. So, the Panther... I'm just currently struggling with what to do here. I think... What's the Panther's rear armor looking like? That is, I think, reasonable for dealing with a Sentinel's damage output. Only a 50% hit chance on the PPC. We'd be better off turning the field inhibitor off, but I don't want to risk the misfire here. Okay, another melee hit there. We did miss that PPC.
Systems holding.
Did we hit one of our friends with it? I don't think so. Good. That would have been awkward. So the Harasser is going to come in point-blank range behind the Hunchy. And we are going to fire our standard ammo straight into his rear arc here. Light him up. It's a lot of heat. He is not happy about that, I guarantee you.
Standing by.
Now our Hunchy is actually going to join us in our assault against the Chameleon. This is side arc, not rear arc. But this is still going to do a tremendous amount of damage. This Chameleon is not in a good way right now. That's probably a knockdown. Oh, that's definitely a knockdown. Oh, it's a pilot ejection. Okay, even better. Get out of here. Okay, the Whitworth is going to fire on the Panther. That was reasonably expected that they would try to take advantage of the rear arc there.
What can I do for you?
The Blackjack is going to step up over here, just into rear arc, and we're going to pray that we don't stray shot into our Harasser. and instead that we hit here. And that's exactly what happened.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Good to go.
The Vulcan is honestly going to close in on their Sentinel. Our light rotary rifle is jammed, but that's okay. We can still fire the mag shot, large laser, medium pulse laser into its rear arc.
Firing on your arm.
And that was a lot of rear arc damage on him. He doesn't move until phase 14. His panic level is currently critical. The light rotary rifle is now unjammed, and the assassin can get in to finish him off. Look at that.
Full speed, no target.
He is, I think, dead.
Alpha strike.
Oh, but we missed both of the the streak SRMs. That was very unlucky. Okay, well, we'll just turn the Panther around here. He's panic level critical, so we may be able to get him to eject by firing on him here with the Panther. And I'm okay with risking that overheat, but we did miss.
Gonna need a calibration on my target. Starting to cook.
Yeah, you're okay.
Waiting for orders.
You are okay. We're going to now cruise in with the Harasser, and we're going to finish this guy off.
Double time.
This overheat should either outright kill him with the rear arc attack, or panic him enough that he ejects.
Copy that.
And there he goes. Fantastic.
Ready for orders.
Our Hunchy is going to close in here. This is technically side arc, which I'm a little shocked by. This is definitely a pot shot, so we are simply going to sink a little heat by not firing 2 mediums. Okay, we put him in fire, too. We'll take that. That Whitworth, I think, is probably running pretty hot with the lasers and LRMs. We're going to close in with our Blackjack here. Unobstructed side arc. Nice. Light him up. Arm destruction. That took out a medium laser, which is fine. He moves up. All he's got is his missiles. He fires on the Panther and is hitting its fresh front armor. And it's got AMS.
Let's go.
So I don't care.
Yes, Commander.
If we were to do that, we would have to charge the Whitworth. I would love to find a way to get into rear arc here. Unfortunately, I really don't think that's a thing. Instead, let's just position somewhere like here for now, and we'll get into rear arc next turn. If he's still alive. Okay. The Panther is going to close in a little bit, but I think we're just going to brace and sink heat. The Vulcan actually could get into rear arc here. And so we shall. Get in there.
Heading out.
That's a hit. That's a torso destruction. Are both of his missiles in his CT? No. One of his missiles... Actually, it was his arm that was dropped, not that torso. Okay, that's fine.
Commander?
Our Harasser is going to see about getting into that same rear arc if we can. Ooh. This rear arc position is actually magnificent. I like it. The Harasser gets in. Light him up. This will probably kill him, actually.
Giving him everything I've got.
And there we go.
Got him.
Easy.
Waiting for orders.
Okay. At this point, we just need to get somebody into this target zone.
Receiving you.
And the Hunchy is not necessarily the one to do it, because that's going to end the mission, but whoever can get there first is honestly fine. I guess it's the Hunchy. Everyone else can just brace. GG. Okay, let's see what we salvaged. That was 4 mediums, actually. I was going to say 3 mediums, but that was 4 mediums. So that's not too bad, potentially, from salvage. So let's see what we got. A little bit of cash. Yeah. It'll probably cost us about half of that to repair. 4 chameleon parts. We could actually get a chameleon here. What are the hard points on that? Yeah, I like it. So that would get us a chameleon. We could grab the large laser or the 3 small lasers. We have plenty of those. Okay. I think I'm not too interested in any of those other mech parts. I think maybe we'll grab this Engine Core 300. We've already got one. And this Engine Core 240, just for sales. Okay, that's a lot of mech parts that we did end up getting. Fine. LRM 10, we have 2 of them, we'll sell it. LRM 20, we have 2 of them, we'll sell it. Machine gun, we have plenty. Small laser, we've got more than enough. Tag, we've got a couple. Engine core, we've got one. Engine core, we've got one. Artemis FCS, I'm always loath to sell those. We'll keep it for now. This heatsink, we can get rid of. This jump jet, actually, I'll keep that. Standard heatsink cooling, get out of here. Standard fusion engine, no thanks. Generic structure, no thanks. Artemis 4 LRM ammo, we'll keep that. Excellent. So now we can get a chameleon readied. That is going to be pretty good. I'm very, very interested in that. Those 6 hard points are pretty nice. We'll need to look at what we can put in there. But we've still got some time in this episode, so that'll be good. As far as how much Yang thinks this is going to cost to repair, my guess is 15k, actually. We didn't take all that much. Well, maybe it's a little more than I think, now that I think about it. Okay, a little less than I think. I like that, Yang. Okay. We definitely want to prioritize the guillotine, and let's hop into the mech bay. And let's ready up ourselves a nice, new, shiny chameleon. Where is it? It should be under medium, for sure. Here we go. Chameleon. Ready that.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Excellent. Now then. Actually, we need to be back in the mech bay. Not in the barracks.
To the grease pit, Commander.
The chameleon, we will go ahead and refit here. And it will need some repairs. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and repair it and strip it down. There we go. It's got a standard FCS, apparently. It doesn't have a fusion core in it. Its default is a 300. That's fine. It has 2 ballistic hardpoints in the CT. Noted. It does have hand actuators and can carry 5 tons in the specialist slots. Okay, let's go ahead and max out that armor. And let's toss it an engine core 300, which of course would be in here. Okay, engine core 300, and we have 7 tons to work with. That's fine. We are definitely going to put on ferrofibrous. We could do clan ferrofibrous, but I don't think that we care about the number of slots, at least not right now. If we do, we can always change that. We could put stealth systems onto this thing. And where would we actually have to put that? Oh, that's a specialist slot? Hang on. Requires ECM countermeasures? Oh yeah, it does require an ECM. I don't mind putting an ECM on here, though, necessarily. We've got 11-ish tons to work with. What category is ECM under? I cannot remember right now. We should probably think about having, like, clan sensors on here for now, although, actually, ECM is potentially going to overwrite that. Okay, ECM. We could put the ECM in the head, and then that would allow us to have stealth systems. Like that. That does put our slots at a bit of a premium, but honestly, I think we're okay. Now, in terms of heat sinks, we don't have any free heat sinks. We could maybe think about putting DHS on this. How are we doing with double heat sinks? We have 2. Well, that's something. We currently have 60 heatsink, though, so I think that's okay for now. So what's the ideal role for this? We want to essentially do like we have been with the assassin. Run in behind, melee, backstab with 1,000,000 crit rolls. That's the idea. So in terms of handhelds, what can we fit onto this thing? We only have 5 tons available. That's 6.5 tons. 6.5 tons. I'm not sure we have anything that we can put in there. We actually only have 4 tons available because of the stealth armor. Okay, that is completely fine. Now, in terms of actual damage output, we could run something like medium lasers, or we could run just small lasers on the thing, honestly. We could run, like, say, a small pulse laser over here, and then, say, a medium pulse laser, and those would be the major weapons, and then everything else would essentially be small lasers. We can run a small laser magna here. So the entire point is to run in and backstab, right? And go for the crit rolls. So we could do something like this. 1,000,000 small lasers. What is our melee damage? 135. Okay, not too bad. And then we could just run, say, machine guns in the CT. So we would want to have MGs in there. Possibly clan MGs. 2x3 equals 6. Hang on a moment. RogueTech. The difference between Inner Sphere and clan MGs is supposed to be that this is a cluster of 4 machine guns, as opposed to the 3 of machine guns here, right? Am I remembering that wrong? I don't think I am. What exactly is the difference? Optimal 120, max 240. Stability is exactly the same. It generates more heat for the same amount of damage. Oh, it's a 1/4 ton. So it weighs half as much. Honestly, weight isn't really a concern right now. So we can have a pair of machine guns here. And then we could have, say, MG ammo. Now, I would like to have... We've got high explosive here. And then we've got tracer that we can swap between. Something like that. So then we would still have 2 tons to work with. So we could swap out some of these small lasers, potentially for medium lasers. Like, for example, if we were to drop this small laser and put in a medium laser, we could do the same with one more. So drop, say, this small laser. Technically, I'd rather have them be internally located. And have the small lasers be in the arms. Something like this. And then this is a small pulse. So one of these is going to have a medium laser. And I'm going to put the medium laser out over here, I think. Maybe even an ER medium, because our heat efficiency is super good. Yeah. To the point where it seems that we don't need double heat sinks. So let's swap this back to standard heatsink cooling and see how that is. Oof, that's a lot worse. We'll just run the double heatsink. Excellent. Now we still have a little bit of weight here. And what we can do with that is just make sure that we can't get stuck by putting on a jump jet here, a jump jet here, and then we could drop a tiny amount of armor across a few locations, like drop, say, 2 armor in each of these locations, and then, say, like 1 armor here. I don't want to change the head. Maybe a little bit more in the legs. Something like that. I feel like that would work. Do we have another ER medium? Because we could swap this medium laser for a second ER medium. Yeah, we could. We absolutely could. I think our heat is fine for that. We're going to run a little bit hot like that. But we can always not fire a single small laser, which will be 3 heat. We could not fire the small pulse. That's 6 heat. I think we're going to go back to the regular medium laser. We're going to move the ER into the torso, though. It's slightly safer there. And we're going to run the medium in the arm. Okay, I'm pretty content with that. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time when we're going to have to hit this month tick. There's no way around it. Oh my. For a second there, I thought it was an annihilator, but no. No, it's just a guillotine. See you all next time.